So what? I played the wrong song at the beginning. I always do. Hey, it's Pat and JT. It's our Facebook Live and our YouTube Live.
One of these days we'll get it right.
One of these days.
I don't want to take all the fun out of it, though.
I think it'd be weird if it
everything worked.
Right. Who wants that crap garbage?
Right. It's kind of fun. Yeah, because when we were setting up, like, this isn't the camera we usually use. This isn't the light we usually use. This isn't the, what are we doing? What is going on? Anyway, so on a Friday, by the way, our Friday morning lives, just plan on 9:15. We tried for 9.
We tried super hard.
Let's just go for 9. We'll tell ourselves 9, but y'all just plan on 9:15.
Yeah. So it's like when you have people in your family that are always late, you tell them a little bit, a little bit earlier than normal.
Yes.
So we'll just, that's what we're going to do.
Oh my God.
So I don't want to be like, hopefully this isn't sexist. Okay.
I'll tell you.
I'm sure. And I don't mean it to be sexist at all. It's a compliment.
That's what they always say. I mean this as a compliment.
But I mean it as a compliment and also a slam on dudes.
Okay.
So, was it last week or the beginning of this week? We get an email at our company, heard at from Angie, who runs the place.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was sent just to the guys. Because I haven't heard any girls talking about this, but apparently the guys had an issue with flushing the toilets here. Like they weren't flushing.
Yeah, I didn't see that email.
Yeah, not a shock. So actually now looking back, I do remember it all just dudes on the tube.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So, and she just was polite. She goes, I don't know the situation in the men's room, but we need to make sure that we flush. Like honestly, I felt like I was 10. Like I can't believe, because I'm a flusher. So I can't believe you don't like going to the bathroom and not flushing.
Or double flushing if necessary.
Well, if you need to, but like just leaving and not flushing is like leaving the house without brushing your teeth in the morning. It just feels weird.
It's even worse than that. I just don't. Yeah, when you're not at home, you're only in the bathroom for basically 99% of the time for one reason, is to use the bathroom, right? To go to the bathroom,
right? For the most part.
Yeah, right. Otherwise, you're like maybe picking some out of your teeth or trying to get something out of your eye, right? But otherwise, that's why you're in the bathroom.
That's the only reason you're in the bathroom. Get some out of your teeth, picking some out of your eye, or one or two.
Yes. So that doesn't make any sense unless, remember, we have 3 floors.
Oh, I know. I use those other floors more than I use the one up here.
You do?
Oh yeah. Okay, so we're on the 3rd floor.
We can justify the 2nd because we do have offices on the 2nd.
Yeah, but we can't justify the 1st, and I use the 1st sometimes. It depends on level of necessity.
Need?
Level of 2 is just level 2 is just 2.
Level 2.
Level 1 is level 3 2. Oh. If we don't know how it's going to end, I go to 1.
Well, that's good.
It just is what it is.
Downstairs listening,
because I know that everybody poops. I know that, but I don't want to do that here on this floor and have like somebody that I'm gonna be in a meeting with in 5 minutes see my feet under the stall. I just don't like that. So yeah,
that's awesome. So you got to think that probably goes in reverse too. It could
probably
because we don't always have somebody at the front desk.
No, but we're the only office up here. So if somebody weird came up and just pooped and deuced out, I think after a while they'd say like, listen, hey, this is there's no other businesses. The other floors have multiple businesses. Yeah, so they don't know if I'm there for the insurance dude or the other video people. Yeah. Like they don't know.
No, it's hard to say though, because I could see somebody coming up to the 3rd and nobody's here.
I have made eye contact with the receptionist on the 2nd floor for that whatever financial office, right? When you walk out. And I think
you know what you do?
She knows.
You come down and then you go in our office down there. And then you come out of our office, then
go to the bathroom.
Yeah. She can't see you. Not saying I've done that.
You have done that, haven't you? I know. See, that's back to my whole this isn't sexist thing. Girls do that stuff too. But anyway, what the whole long roundabout story on this is that guys are disgusting. And there are a lot of women that work in our office. A lot of women.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah.
And it's nice having when women are, because our other offices at Parkville, they're primarily dudes.
Yeah.
And it was, and there was like the bathroom was there football players in there just peeing everywhere. I don't know, and it was just it wasn't our fault that wasn't cleanest. It was just didn't smell good.
Nobody else would touch it.
So now that there are a lot of the women around here, like it smells like lotion and springtime.
Do you guys have?
It's not
all kinds of like different fragrance sprays and different hand soaps and
in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh no, we just have the thing on the wall, and I
don't know what. You want the poo-pourri in there?
I want that on the 2nd floor, actually. I don't need it on this floor.
Maybe get that's funny. Pam just said she knows. I'm pretty sure she's talking about the woman on second floor.
She knows. We made eye contact, and it was like one of those looks where there was knowledge in that stare.
We see you. It's like the school secretary.
I think her name is Wanda. I think.
I wonder. That's funny.
Yeah.
No, I hadn't. I wondered about that though.
So I hope that wasn't a sexist thing to say. I'm just saying, with working with a lot of women, it just they care about their appearance, they care about all that kind of stuff. So it just smells better here than it did at our old offices.
It wasn't bad over there.
No, it wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad. I take offense to that.
No, it's not,
because I was trying to keep it up.
You didn't stink,
but I was the one taking care of the bathroom
until you decided not to because there was pee everywhere.
That was at the end.
And that's you came in. You're like, listen, dude,
I'm done.
I'm done cleaning the toilet,
and I'm going next door to pee at the insurance office.
You got to get a Target in there. So right? The guys, I don't know.
Anyway, all right. So we got to have something better than this to talk about today. You wanted to talk real quick about Bennett?
Yeah,
I know that.
Well, last night
you had kind of like was this a first?
This exact well, he listened to our show this week, our podcast.
That's kind of a first.
It is kind of a first because I wasn't convinced that he even knew we had a podcast. But because we had talked about him earlier in the week about coming up here and getting cookies.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So he must have seen the name or up on social media or something. I don't know how he heard, or one of his friends heard about it. So he came over last night and he's like talking about the cookies. Like,
how does it feel to say that?
You know what?
He came over last night.
It's weird. I'm getting used to it. It's super weird. But I do have to say that I don't see him as much as I used to, but before, when he'd come home, he'd just go in his room and get a game and whatever. Now when he comes over, it's like we have conversations, we have dinner, like it's quality time, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's visiting, so there is intention. So it's not just he's just home.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, okay. and it's good to see him. Like, it's awesome to see him.
Very good. Okay. Anyway.
So so he heard about me telling the story about the cookie thing. Anyway, but the reason why he came over last night was because yesterday afternoon, I get a call from his landlord, and if Sean's listening, that's his name. When I was putting his name in my contact, Sean, the landlord guy, it was supposed to be just rental Sean, but it autocorrected to renal Sean, and that's what I have in there. So renal Sean called me yesterday, and I thought, well, this can't be good. I mean, why would the landlord call me?
You're the co-signer, right?
We are. Yes. And he called like, hey, just wanted to, kind of follow up on this month's rent and see what's up. And when he said that, I looked, I'm like, what is it? The 5th? Is it the 7th? No, it was the 14th. I'm like, okay, well, they paid. He goes, well, I haven't received anything yet. I said, okay. Cause I remember him paying through Venmo. He paid, saw the screenshot on September 30th, a day early. He's like, okay, well, and he wasn't mad or anything. He's just like, I just got to let you know, I haven't received it. I said, oh, all right. So I got on the phone, or I texted Bennett because he was at work. And he instantly sends me a screenshot. And I'm like, yep, September 30th. The total amount was there. And it still said pending. I'm like, okay, well, that means,
yeah.
So then I called Sean back. I'm like, hey, I got a screenshot. And it's through Venmo. And here's the email address he went to. And he goes, that's the wrong email address. Right? And instantly, like, flash, like if it went to the wrong person, Venmo doesn't, like, you can't just go pull that back out. It's on them to send it back if they're nice people.
Right.
So panic set in it would have been an expensive lesson because when he was putting that information in Venmo, the day that he paid, he's like, yeah, I got it in there. And it was like fast.
Right.
And it must have auto-corrected or something. So it would have been an expensive lesson, but thank goodness he was able to go in and cancel it because it was still pending. It hadn't been, because it wasn't an actual verified
I was going
to
say it probably wasn't.
Well, thank God.
Yeah. That's not one saving grace, is that if it isn't, I don't know that for sure because I've sent it to people. No, I don't know that I have. Everybody I've sent, anytime I've sent money on Venmo is because they already had a Venmo. It wasn't like just some random address I just sent it to. So that is the saving grace, right?
Yeah.
So if you put in an address that hasn't been verified already, it's not going to do anything until they do something on their end.
They have to verify it and have a linked account to it or something. Because I went through the whole the chat bot. You ever said thank you to a chat bot?
Yeah, I say thank you to my dot. Today she literally says, that's my job. And I'm like,
y'all.
I'm waiting for that.
Yeah, I said at the end of it, it says right at the beginning, this is Venmo's chat bot, blah, blah, blah. And at the end, I'm like, thank you.
Well, you probably get points on your social credit score by doing that.
Maybe.
I'm just gonna say.
Maybe. You say thank you to robots.
Right. Because you're going to have to eventually.
Yeah. Ugh.
Just plan on it. Oh, no, I kid.
I don't know about that.
Do I? I don't know. On the other end, wait, was there anything else? And he listened to your podcast. Were you talking about him on the podcast?
Yeah, about the cookies. Remember?
That's what it was. Yeah. That's what it was. So he was all cool with that, though. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So we got the money. We got the money reversed, and they paid rent, and everything's good.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah. So, on the opposite end of the spectrum, talking to your artificial intelligence, saw a post about the Omaha Civic Auditorium on Omaha History. I think it's Omaha History is the Facebook page.
Okay, yeah.
And I didn't know it only lasted 60 years. Civic Auditorium. To me, it seems like it was there, like it must have always been there. But 60 years isn't really that long when you think about it. But it was there for a pretty important 60 years. And it wasn't. They said Omaha's first auditorium. That's where I saw my first concert.
I think that's where everybody that grew up here saw their first concert.
Unless
it was Exarban. No, I saw my first concert.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it was the Lee Greenwood and Kenny Rogers was there.
Oh, I thought your Kenny Rogers and Barbara Mandrell or the Mandrell sisters was your first concert.
No, that was the following summer at Exarban.
Is that when you fell in love with not Barbara? It was one of the other Mandrells.
There was Rhonda. Oh no, where's my phone?
There's no Rhonda.
There's no Rhonda Mandrell. Oh, she was hot though.
Now I gotta look it up.
Erlene? I know.
So I don't think so. Hold on.
Barbara and the Mandrell sisters. Let's see who. Barbara, Erlene, and Louise. I like Louise.
That's who it was.
I was sweet on Louise. Chased them all through a parking lot of the Red Griffin, whatever hotel was right off the interstate at the time on 72nd.
Oh my God.
My dad and I did, yeah.
Well, okay, you were with your dad, so that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Than to have a
fat 12-year-old running through a parking lot, chasing.
Talk to me. And it wasn't even for a picture or anything like that because that just didn't happen at that time.
There's an autograph. I did
autograph.
My dad still has the autograph.
Oh my God. So it was on 15th and Capitol. If you're not familiar with Civic Auditorium, but apparently, 1954 is when it was put up to 2014. And a lot of people will say my first concert was, and it was at Civic Auditorium, just name a concert. But I remember going to see Kansas, and I was
stoned.
No, well, by the time I left,
yeah,
maybe I was 15 or 14 when I went. And it was with my girlfriend, her brother, and his best friend. And he drove. He was the only one that was old enough to drive, the brother. And so we went to the concert.
Do you remember what kind of whip he had?
Why do I think it was a station wagon?
I was thinking,
I'm thinking it was a station wagon.
I think I've heard this story before, and I think it was a wagon.
I think it was a station
panel wagon.
I think it was.
Yeah.
Mom and Dad's station wagon or something. Yep. I don't think he had a car yet. I remember his car kind of, and he ended up having a really nice car. I don't think that's the one we took because it was definitely a 4-door. I mean, there were definitely 4 doors. I had my own door. I was in the back seat. I remember there was my own door because I was in the back seat with Mary. So, but I remember when the lights came up at the end of the concert, couldn't see a thing. There was you couldn't see across. Yeah. It was completely just smoke. It was unreal.
Yeah.
And that was an experience.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. And now, and you, at the time, you'd go to bars, concerts, whatever, and you'd leave, you'd smell like smoke for 2 days. And anymore, thank God, that's one of the, I don't miss that, obviously. It's so amazing. People that go to bars now that didn't back when you could smoke inside don't realize how amazing it is not going home smelling like an ashtray.
But even at Civic, you didn't, that wasn't, you smelled, it was pot.
It was weed.
That's all you could smell. And that was it. I mean, it was just like, wow. But anyway, so just curious, your first concert, if you had your first concert at Civic, what was it? Curious.
I still remember Kenny Rogers with the white, his chest hair, and the shirt was open, and he had his medallion, and it was right when Islands in the Stream was hitting, and Dolly
you
wasn't
were front
there.
And center.
No, we were 57th row left. I think we were high because we got tickets late or something.
We were high. Okay, funny you say that. We were high,
very high.
We were straight on from the stage, right at the very far end of the arena was oval shaped, right? So we were at the very opposite end of the arena, top row, is where we were sitting, and so we were as far away as you could get, and up as high as you could be.
Yeah.
And so when the lights came on, it was just like, wow, it was like a fog settled
But
down.
I like farther away seats better than unless you're front row. I like being up high so you can see everything.
And I liked being where we were because you weren't looking to the side all the time. You were just like straight on. You could see everything. It was great. You know, I remember the show. It was Loverboy.
I think it's so funny that you remember
Kansas
the show,
and
yet you were
Loverboy.
stoned out of your mind on a contact.
I don't think I was.
There's no way you weren't. If you're at the top and the smoke rises, you were cooked. Guaranteed.
I don't think I was.
Did you guys eat a lot on the way home?
I don't remember that.
You probably did.
I don't remember the drive home.
I'm sure you were roasted.
Look at Allie said my first concert was Kiss, but I don't remember what venue.
Probably Civic.
Said I was too young for those visuals that she saw at Kiss concert. Oh my gosh, I can only imagine that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Kiss concert. Yeah. So also just going to go to the comments real quick here. Blaine says, "My God, Pat's dreamy."
Oh yeah.
And
not shocking.
Carmen took her ma to see Neil Diamond. That's a great concert. That would be a great show.
That would be super fun.
But yeah, so anyway, they had some really cool pictures. And 38 Special, that was a great show with Bon Jovi. Pam went to see that. But they had some great pictures of Civic Auditorium. And the sad part is now, of course, when you go back there, it's all gone. Remember when they tore it all down just a few years ago? Well, it was just like 4 or 5 years ago. And they tore it all down. But there's boxing events there. There was so much stuff that happened there.
The only thing we had.
It was all we had.
Yeah,
that's true. So thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah. Let's go back to me being dreamy. Thanks, Blaine.
Okay. Okay.
Blaine owns Porky Butts, by the way. So go eat at Porky Butts. It's the best barbecue.
Go eat. Seriously.
It is the best barbecue.
Without a doubt. And even if you like it without the sauce, if you like it naked, it's just, the meat is unreal. It's delicious.
And I haven't gone out there yet, but every time they post on social media, it's the roasted bologna sandwich. I don't even know what's on it, but it's like a
what?
Shut the front door. Like a huge slab of bologna.
That's on the menu?
Yeah. Not all the time. Not all the time.
Is that like a favorite of his? Or is
probably.
that called the Pat?
No, it's called. It could be called the Pat because everything on there is incredible. Yeah.
I just like the burn ends and I like the ribs.
Yeah.
I like all of it. So anyway, thanks, Blaine.
Yeah, thanks, Blaine.
Anyway.
Okay, so and also just want to let you guys know, also on Fridays we're gonna have our Facebook Live, but then we also have another episode that drops at 4:00 every day. Every day our episode's gonna drop at 4:00, and today we'll have this episode, and it'll come out right after this on podcast, and then at 4:00 another episode completely new.
Because we're kind of switching some things up, and we're really excited about this. You may have noticed if you haven't already signed up, we have a newsletter. And you can go to our website, which is patandjt.com, and sign up for the newsletter. That's really all that's on our website is the sign up, our shop, if you want to get any swag, which some people have. Thank you. And signing up for the newsletter. And the newsletter comes out every other week. And we've got a team behind us that they're like cracking the whip on us and making sure that we get all this stuff done. But it's kind of nice because it's organized, and all the stuff we've been working on for some of the other podcasts, we're actually implementing on our podcast. So we're going to switch it up, and now our podcast will come out every day at 4:00 weekdays. Yeah, like Pat said, it won't be there first thing in the morning, unless of course you don't listen after 4:00. It'll be there waiting for you when you get up in the morning.
It's going to be there whenever you're ready to listen. Whenever
basically, like we said from the very beginning, ready when you are, right?
Basically. Yeah.
So
unless you want it at 3, and then it's at 4. But other than that, ready whenever you are.
Don't be difficult. So so there we go. That's good.
So thank you guys for watching. Thanks for the comments. And then if you're on Facebook or YouTube, it's Pat and JT, but we're also on Twitter and Instagram as well. So thank you guys very much. Thank you for the comments, and thanks
Allie,
for listening.
Thank you.
Thanks, Allie.
I did my hair.
Yeah, I could tell. Thanks for listening.
Pat and JT Podcast, a Huda Media Production.